Today on Yellow Jacket Garage, is it a problem or just good old German engineering? We're going to hopefully find out. Why would I have a donut on there? Well, we would have a donut on there because a little bit of a tire wear issue. See the bars, cords. And unfortunately, let me find out where it is. It goes all the way around. To that. Yeah, that's a problem. It let all the air out. Alright, so I've done the shimmy shake test on everything. Everything underneath here seems to be in good shape. I had an alignment done on it recently, and they didn't note that there were any parts that needed to be replaced. I wish we had paid attention to the shock, because I think that's probably part of my problem, because clearly that shock has been leaking, and so I do have some shocks on order and some other parts. And so as soon as they get here, we'll go ahead and throw those things on there. For now, we wait. Alright, so I'm back. I got all my parts in the mail. Now what I got to do, just real quick, is all of these little clippy thingies here, I think, because I got to pull this panel out so I can access back over here somewhere. And these are, I just got a little pick tool. Of course, I'm doing it one-handed now, so that makes a big difference, but I'm just going to pop these out, like so-ish. Be careful I don't break them. And then I've got these ones undone too. I'm going to have to get down in there, pull those ones, pull these ones here out, and then pull this back panel out, and then I think loosen up the side panel. I may be able to access it without actually pulling it all the way out, but we'll find out here in just a minute, so I'll be right back. Alright, so it's all back together, and the reason that it's all back together is because, well, I got all this back pulled off, a whole bunch of stuff pulled out of here, and then discovered that in order to get these side panels out, I had to pull a lot more of this out, trunk partition, and a few other things to get to it. And then I started looking around, did a little bit of internet search, and thanks to my buddy Ivan over at Panzer's Garage, I discovered that there is perforations. There's a circle that's perforated in this panel right here, and that perforation is to give you access to the top of the shock. So we're going to go ahead and jump in there. I'm going to get a razor knife, open this panel up a little bit, open these perforations up so I can get that round circle. I'm going to leave a tab, I think, so I can fold it out of the way and kind of tuck it back in there for now and see how that goes. But suffice it to say, you don't have to take all that stuff out. You can access the panel or the access to the top of the shock from right there. Probably going to have to put the trunk partition down to get all the way to it, but that's easy enough. So anyway, let me get into there and see what we got. Alright, so I trimmed it back, and I just left it for a plug, like so. I can flip it up, and you can see that's the top of the shock right there. And then from there I can pop that back in there, and it's relatively unnoticeable, so I can live with that. Now let me grab the tools, and we'll get the top of that shock off of there, hopefully pretty easy. Let's see. Alright, so I managed to get the shock bolt off there, the top bolt. Pull that back, and you see down in there. Now all that's left is the top of the shock and then the rubber grommet right in there. So now I'm going to go down to the bottom side, and I'm going to pull out the bolt from the bottom of the shock, pull the shock out, and see how easy the new one goes back in. You get my finger? Okay, so now what I got to do is I got to pull, get my finger down there, pull the bolt out of there that's holding the shock on, and get that bolt out of there. We'll pull that shock out. Yep, there goes the microphone. Pull that shock out and slap the new one in. Alright, here's one of the fun parts of this, is you've got to move that light around a little bit. You kind of got to get your socket, your wrench down on there, and then you got to get a crescent or something adjustable to hold on to the end of the shock while you tighten it down. So can't do that with only one hand, so you'll have to take a look at it when I'm done. Alright, so that side is in, it is tightened down, and that shock is in place. The cover doesn't look too terrible right there. Alright, and so that's the new shock. And all the way down to the bottom, we've got new bolts. Those are all tightened down, so good to go. And they're Bilsteins, by the way, so anyway. Let me go ahead and do the other side and get finished up. Alright, so there it is. The wheels are back on, car's back on the ground. I went ahead and changed the oil while I was at it. New oil filter, it did its things, about 7,000 miles or so on this car. But anyway, all that is done, new shocks are in, so tomorrow I'm going to take it for a drive and see how it goes. Maybe I'll take it. Alright, so that's it for this Mercedes episode. Replaced the rear shocks and the rear tires. Everything seems to be okay. I think I might need to get a little bit more camber out of the rear suspension, but we'll see how this one runs over the next few months. But that's it. That's for that video. Hey, I really appreciate everybody being here watching. My subscriber count is going up a little bit, and it's pretty cool. Tell your friends, hey, I need all the help I can get. Appreciate it. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else. I could ramble on for a little while, but I don't think I need to do that. As always, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching Yellow Jacket Garage, and we'll see you on down the road.